is going to determine.
Okay.
Then if on the other side, if you say, yo, she a nice girl, so on and so forth, like a few years back, or whatever the amount of time that passed, this happened. You know what I mean? And a few of my friends, went through it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which, just saying out loud, don't make no sense. So yeah, she done. She's done. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. A few of the homies, like, no, you go through the homies. That's an issue. Yeah, so I'm sorry, sis. There's no way out of this. This don't look good for you, no matter how it goes down. I'm sorry. It is what it is, man. This ain't looking good for you.
If she run through the homies and then you wife her, that's crazy. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Off Black Podcast. I'm your host, David. Here are my cousins, Saalim.
Yo. Before we get really started into the pod, I just wanted to say rest in paradise to a loved one that we lost recently, Cherie Lewis. You will be missed, sis. To your husband. I hope that he's able to deal with this. I know it's tough for everyone who loved you, but we do pray that Allah bless you. I know you went back to God, and you no longer have to deal with pain. So I wanted to say that first, and also this is the holy month of Ramadan, so Ramadan Mubarak. So yeah, it's fasting time. We're looking to, I guess, get back to God, find some things that we can work on, get some sins cleared.
Right.
For my Muslim brothers and sisters that are fasting, hope that you have a blessed Ramadan. And for the non-Muslims that's looking or that has started Ramadan and just want to make themselves better or get a little bit more discipline in their life, I wish y'all a generous Ramadan as well. So yeah,
sure.
But now that we got that out the way, man, let's get this joint started. But yeah, I guess to lighten things back up a little bit. So yeah, everything's been good, man. Still building, still learning about the trucking trade and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, still doing some traveling, staying busy, making money, stacking money. That's it, man. You know what I mean? Looking to continue to build this platform of ours up. So, for everyone that's still been hanging in there with us, again, much appreciated. Much appreciated. What about you, bro?
Been helping Rose put together this photography studio. We just finished a couple of days ago. So that should be up and running real soon.
Oh, nice.
Outside of that, I just been, just chilling. Recently went to the flower show. The flower show is real nice.
Mm-hmm.
That was my first time going to the flower show, actually.
But isn't there some type of like crazy setup, like where they do something with flowers that no one naturally does? Like
they pretty much bring flowers from all across the world and set them up in like these crazy exhibits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And there's like a central marketplace where you can buy flowers, make crowns, make your own bouquet and stuff like that.
Okay.
Then they had this butterfly live show where you just get in like this big tent and it's filled with butterflies and you just walk around for like 10 minutes and interact with the butterflies and things like that.
Oh, so you just sit there
and let bugs crawl on
you. Urinate on you.
Right. Yeah, you just walk around with like a Q-tip with a sugar water on it. And the butterflies, they taste with their feet, so
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, I've never attended it, but I mean, it looks like something that's cool. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's definitely good for like a date, John.
Right. So that's what you did. It was a date.
It was a date.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. She enjoyed herself.
Yeah, we had a real good time.
Nice.
Great date. Great day.
Nice. Yeah. Maybe I'll check that out one day. It was like come like once a year, right?
Yeah, once a year. I think early March every year.
So right before the spring season start up.
Yeah.
All right.
If I get a chance, I should definitely check it out.
Yeah.
Next year.
I will definitely do that. Did you get this young lady some flowers while you was there? Or?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. I took care of her. She good.
Oh, all right. I guess something we wanted to discuss was with relationships again being like the main topic and subject. Are you friends with women that you unattracted to? Or do you are you being as though that you're dating? Do you have female friends, right?
Yeah, I have female friends.
And are all these female friends attractive to you, or are they like?
I would say for the most part, yeah.
So most part they are attractive.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I mean, I do have unattractive female friends as well.
And does that unattractive? Does that mean that they're ugly, or it just means that
I'm
you're
just not attracted?
Right. Okay.
If you weren't friends, then there would be I wouldn't be interested in pursuing anything outside of that.
Right. I think it'd probably be easier to have female friends that you're not attracted to, because it's like no expectations. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like either way, it's no expectations for real.
Nah, sometimes if it's a baddie, you're gonna have them little situations, especially if
it depends. If it depends on the status of the relationship for real. Because you can be strictly platonic friends with an attractive young lady.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But there is a little bit, it is a little bit of sprinkle of that what if in there, like, you know what I'm saying? And I guess I can understand a little bit, why some women be like, nah, you can't, nah, not that one. you can hang with all the other ones, but that one right there, you stay away from.
But how can, you can't really do that in that situation, especially if you already been friends with shorty for an extended period of time before you met your actual partner.
Listen, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. All I said was that I understand. I just understand. Like, you're going to be like, I see what you're saying, but it's not like that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think when there's someone that you're not attracted to, or that you find unattractive, or whatever the case may be, whatever way you want to put it, I think it's a little bit more of, I guess, like I said, no expectations. You know what I mean? Y'all just hanging out. It's like a brother-sister vibe, I guess you can say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I just, a lot of women is like, nah, you can't have female friends. And it's a new little thing going around now. And I seen a little conversation that Teller Rooks was having with some woman, saying that if you don't have female friends, then you're undateable. You know what I'm saying? Because they're saying that you should be able to take advice from other women that will help you build on the relationship that you are in now. Like, how you feel about that? Like, is it?
If so, she said if you don't have female friends, then you're undateable.
Right. Then she's not interested in you. Like, she wants you to have female friends in order to feel that something can happen out of dating you. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, not having female friends is a red flag. I mean, yeah, like this is a thing now, man.
That's kind of weird.
How so? What makes you?
I can understand the point she's trying to make.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you just don't have any female friends at the moment? It's a red flag because you just don't happen to have a friend that's a girl.
Yeah, that's basically what they saying. Like,
hey.
Oh, you had no female friends? I'm sorry, we we can't date. But it's just crazy how the tides have changed with the dating situation now. Because again, before that, a lot of women was like, nah, you can't have female friends, or due to whatever reasons, and then this opposite with men. Men would be like, yo, you can't be hanging with so and so, or yo, like, I hear this a lot. Yo, you trying to hang out with boy wife? You know what I'm saying? Like, and for you like, yeah, that's his wife, but we just cool. But I could see both sides. You know what I mean? Because they saying that men are only interested in getting with the shorty, sexual, situations, and I don't think that's true. I don't think all men look at things like that.
Right.
I mean, I can speak more for myself. Like, I'm not sitting up there, if I'm around an attractive woman and I know that, let's say she's dating someone I know, I'm not sitting there looking like, oh, snaps, let me see how I can snatch shorty up from him or something like that.
Right.
But again,
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I get some people, they they be on alert. You know what I mean? They got the security defenses up. Like, yo, don't talk to her. That's mine. Like, dude, I just asked her if she wanted a cup of water.
Right.
You know what I mean? It ain't that deep. I was like, relax. But I mean, like, would you let your shorty have male friends?
Yeah. I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Is there stipulations to this?
As far as what?
Like, do we have to, like, all right, he only can be like 5'3"?
No.
He has to be 5'3".
That's insecure.
Right.
I feel like only insecure men have things like that going on.
Okay.
With the people that they're dating. Like, if you can't accept the fact that your girl has male friends or is around other men, then maybe you should just get a boyfriend.
Whoa. All right. I mean, I don't think that changes if it's a boy or girl. If you're going to be, the jealous or the, person that moves like that, it don't matter.
I feel like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of it, though?
Well, like I said, a lot of men say, I know how men think, and most men just want to get the draws. Like, that's, I don't know if that's something that's how they think.
Isn't that the point of having trust in who you're with?
For sure.
You can't control what happens outside of that, but...
No, you can't. You can't. And the crazy thing is, a lot of these men that do that, they women end up finding a way to move the way they want to move anyway.
Right.
And vice versa. It's a touchy situation when it comes to that. You have women that don't want their significant other to have relationships with other women. You got men who don't want their significant other to have relationships with other men. The whole work husband, work wife shit, which that's always been strange to me. I mean, the first time I heard it was like years ago, and this chick. So this boy I was working with a few years ago, he had his wife come visit the place of work, right?
Right.
So the chick that self-proclaimed says she's his work wife. He introduced the young girl. She a young girl too. Right. He introduced the young girl to his wife, and she's like, "Yeah, hey, my name is so like, and this is so." He's like, "Oh," she like, "Oh yes, I'm the work wife." This chick face got so sour. Yo, and Boy said he was in hot water from that day on for like a whole week.
Why would she say that though?
I mean, I guess some people look at it as an innocent thing. I mean, it wasn't like, I don't know if he was smashing. I highly doubt it.
But it's still like the context to it though.
Right.
I feel like having a work wife, work husband, y'all low key doing things that y'all probably should not be doing for real.
For that label, I'm gonna have to agree.
Yeah.
Work wife, work husband. Like you locked in.
Right,
you locked in for something. You know what I'm saying? Like something's going on for sure.
Like even if it doesn't have the intention of like going further than work, what y'all doing at work probably should not be happening anyway.
What you mean further than work?
Like having the intention to like meet outside of work.
No, you guaranteed to. Right. No, that's the intention. That's the intention, because you can't bust her down at the cubicle.
Yes, you can.
Unless this is after work hours. I mean, after work hours, sure. But a work wife, work husband, yeah, you hear that. I can see where a boy gets a little, or anybody can be like, all right, what's up?
Right,
like,
what y'all doing?
Like you can't just be good friends or a coworker or another employee at the job. You know what I mean? But I get it. You do build, I guess, some type of a good rapport with certain individuals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
You see them every day.
You see them every day.
Yeah.
8 hours. Mm-hmm. Somebody to bust it up with, maybe have lunch with. You know what I mean? And of course, it's if you open up the door for other things to happen further than that, then that is what it is.
Right.
But for the most part,
Right. Don't be in the office rubbing on my girl's shoulders.
Right.
Like,
but talking is okay, just no touching. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you're gonna have a conversation, and
right.
I can't stop you from having a conversation.
What if the conversation is about you, good or bad?
Again, you can't stop somebody from talking.
I mean, it's your girl, or you can tell them like, yo,
you can tell them all you want,
like, yo, stop putting our business in the street.
You just sat your girl down and said, stop telling so and so about my business.
Right.
Now she going back to work the next day telling so and so what you just said.
Right.
And then he actually the work husband John, that's dirty macking.
The work husband is dirty macking?
That's dirty mac.
All right. Explain.
Cause you got some bull at your girl job, just like downplaying you. She what's it called? Venting to boy about your problems.
But isn't that the point? That's the point of the work husband, work wife. Though. Like, he dirty for that. Like, she a clown. I wouldn't do you like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's trash.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is now that I think about it.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So you're pretty much leaving somewhat the door cracked,
right,
for these situations to happen.
Like the possibility is there,
right? But at the same time, you saying you supposed to have some type of, a secure, respect or situation about the relationship, and if you tell a person that, yo, don't do that, then there's some sort of insecurity about self. So it's like a gray area, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so.
But I feel like if it's like proven fact that is actually going on, and then you tell your significant other, yo, chill out, like I don't like that, or whatever the case is, and they continue to do it, then it's an actual problem.
Right. All right. So let's say you tell them to stop doing it, but you got a little work girlfriend back at the gym.
So y'all both just
are you gonna fall back at you, or you like, no, mine's just different because I ain't taking it the way you taking it. Like, it's like what's the right or wrong about it? Yeah, exactly. So I mean, if for real, I think it just falls on. It depends on both sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If y'all can agree on how y'all going to move outside of
It should just be
individuals
respect across the board.
Right.
That's all.
That's all. That's narrow it down.
Yeah.
Just don't be out there disrespecting me.
Mm.
All right. So is having lunch with this person, is that a sign of disrespect?
Having lunch with somebody? No.
So
y'all work together,
right?
I'm gonna tell you to just sit in the corner by yourself and eat a sandwich,
right?
Like you an adult at the end of the day.
Yeah, I agree with you with that, man. You know, some of it I get, some of it I don't.
Just don't be out here don't do anything that you want me to be doing.
Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah.
Right.
But again, you can't control what people do, so.
All right. Well, I mean, so, with that being said, right?
Mm.
You with shorty.
Okay.
She's doing something that you don't like.
Okay.
There might be a little bit of disrespect in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You done talked to her. You done tried to have the conversation.
Mm.
But it's still the same old BS.
Gotcha.
And it's starting to get toxic, right?
Mm-hmm.
When should you call a relationship quits? Like when is like, all right, this ain't where we supposed to be. This don't feel right no more. You know what I mean? I know a lot of situations nowadays you supposed to hold on to it. You know, make it work, fight for it, and then like when should you give up the fight?
When the respect is gone, when it becomes toxic and unhealthy for either person.
So for you, what would be like, all right, nah, this is too much. This is too much. Like you know, like she not, all right, let's say it's not that it's a infidelity thing.
Okay.
But this chick is, or person is just pure diabolical. Like she's just negative and toxic all the time. Now, do you stick with that out and hope that she changes the way she moves, or do you be like, you know what, I'm good. Like this not working for me right now.
I don't know how to answer that. It's not no infidelity. It's just her.
I mean, let's say it was infidelity.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Is infidelity?
I think that's an instant cutoff.
So she step outside the relationship.
Yeah.
That's an instant like, nah, we good.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Once the relationship is unhealthy and toxic, then yeah,
right,
it's time to go. But I do feel like, to what you were saying earlier, I feel like a lot of things can be worked out if it's communicated the right way. But at some point, you gotta come to some kind of understanding with yourself that like you're not responsible for somebody else's
happiness.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. You're definitely not responsible for
like you can be there for them all you want, but at some point they gotta do it for themselves.
At all points.
Yeah.
No, at all points. I mean, the only thing you can do in situations, relationships, any relationship, is try to make it as comfortable for that individual as possible. Mm-hmm. To let them know that, you know, you're there for them.
You got my support, all that.
You got my support. You know what I mean? But if you're not being heard, they not taking responsibility for the toxic bullshit that they bring into the table.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like, then for me, that's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm a patient person.
So
I can sit up there, you know, understand that you're going through some things or feeling some type of way about yourself,
mm-hmm.
you know, but at some point, you gotta get over that joint. You know what I mean? Because life moves on.
For sure.
You know what I mean? And if your idea of living life is to be unhappy, then yeah. Let me get up on out of here because you done went into a sunken place, and instead of trying to swim back up to the top, you putting more weight on your ankles to pull yourself down further.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I think for that, the cheating part, yeah, for sure. Like
because so many steps could have taken place before that happened.
What's that?
You could have just talked about it.
What, as far as regarding to being with another boy?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing to talk about.
Why not?
What?
Why not? You want to talk about it?
No. Absolutely not. Like, you know what I mean? Listen, man.
All right, so I'm going to put it like this. What if you've been slacking in a relationship?
What's considered slacking?
Like, you haven't been being there, you haven't been supportive, you haven't been hearing her out.
Right.
Or whatever the case is. Things like that.
Sure.
And then she comes across some guy, and he's been doing the things that you've been slacking in, and then they grow closer together or whatever. And then she comes to you and she's like, she lets you know all the things, like you haven't been doing this, you haven't been doing this, and she's been feeling some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
And she hasn't done it, but she has thought about sleeping with another guy.
Right.
And she came to you and told that before it actually happened.
Right.
What was your response be to that?
Yeah, no, we done. Because the attention is already intention there.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's already intention there.
Gotcha.
So the way I see stuff like that is like whether I listened to what she said, right?
Okay.
And started to accommodate what it is that she's asking of me.
Okay.
To me, at that point, it don't matter what I do.
So what if there was no intention to sleep with another man, but she came to you and told you those things?
And
you didn't change.
And I didn't change?
Yeah.
And then she moved forward with another boy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. Listen. Listen. Nah, because the reason I say that is because you don't know what I'm going through. Maybe it's a reason I'm going through, what you feel as though you're getting lack of attention with. Okay. You know what I mean? Maybe it's something I'm trying to build on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Maybe, and, hopefully I'm communicating with you enough so you can understand. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you know that, all right, this is not who he is, mm-hmm. or how he's been, so it must be something going on. Sometimes I think relationships, they just be selfish. They just about me. Right?
Okay.
So if she sees that I'm going through something, and she feels as though that, oh man, he's slacking, he's lacking. You know what I mean? He's not, you can see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if she sees it, if she's feeling it, right, then she can see it.
Correct.
Right? Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm like, all right, how about you jump on board and see, all right, let me see what's going on with him.
I just said that.
So, but no, I'm talking about, you was talking about like, she talked to you, you still was going through it. So now she's like, all right, he ain't coming out of it, so let me go get bust down by somebody else. Yeah, listen, we know what comes with these situations, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not just laying down with somebody no more. Like, it's come on, man.
So wait. Do you believe cheating to be just for the lust of it, or because it's a deeper connection behind it?
It's always the lust.
Gotcha.
Especially, I mean, for men anyway. Mm-hmm. I think for men it's always going to be the lust. You know what I mean? But the problem is with men nowadays is they don't know how to take it and keep it just that. So what happens is a lot of men, they'll do it for the lust. They enjoy what the activity was, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now they're going above and beyond to keep that activity going. You know what I mean? And it has a lot to do with insecurities. Mm-hmm. It has a lot to do with thinking that it's a masculine thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it's BS. You know what I'm saying? I think most men, what get most men caught up is they don't keep it for just the lust. They want to make side chicks main chicks, or have a main chick and a main chick. You can't have both.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't have both.
No.
You dig what I'm saying? You can't move like that. You have to, if you're going to have a situation outside of your marriage, then whatever outside of that marriage is disposable.
For sure.
Not be telling a lot of my friends that, like, listen, if you're going to do it, man, make sure it's disposable. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's microwave fast food. You nibble off of it for a little bit, and then you throw that shit away, because after a while it gets stale and old. You know what I mean? Right. But no, they want to make the new situation the priority, whereas what's going on at the house is now being secondary, and that's where they lose at. You're gonna get caught up every time with that, man.
One of my friends said he be getting tired of in the house yams and just want to see what's outside real quick.
Listen, I understand, but the problem is, no, listen. The problem is they don't keep it real quick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They don't keep it real quick. They jump out there, they get with some new yams, and they like fall in love with it.
That's because it's new.
I don't care.
I'm just saying. That's what I think it is.
Once you had it, it's not new no more.
That's what they don't understand.
But that's the problem.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of these boys get caught up in some goofy stuff and letting these women finesse them. You know what I'm saying? Because they know they know what this boy is.
Right.
They know the game that's being ran.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? The same way a man would know if a chick is, moving outside of another relationship. You know what I mean? The signals are there.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just some of us, all of us, are okay with ignoring those signals because they like this little quick dopamine hit of attention that they're getting, which, again, it's short-lived. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of men and women need to learn, if they're going to move like that, then they have to understand that it is just a quick fix. You know what I mean? It's not meant to build a relationship off of. It's not meant to be like, listen, if you're a married man, you get up with some side joint and you taking the side chick out on dates, you's a nut. You's a straight nut.
Stupid.
Valentine's Day come around and you getting her some flowers, you's a nut. Her birthday come around and she gets more than a happy birthday text, you's a nut. Like, it just is what it is, and vice versa. I mean, a lot of people be thinking the grass is greener on the other side, but this is what I've learned, that the things that you go through in relationships do not change. It's just the person do. It's just they do it a different way.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's always going to be the same type of pros and cons. It's going to be pros and cons with all the relationships
for sure
that you jump into. You know what I mean? So you may be like, oh, well, shorty, listens to me, or she's a better cook, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the chick before did something to you that nobody else can do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that sensation that was given to you,
Mm-hmm.
even though that, all right, maybe Shorty got a little bit more of a business mindset with her. You know, she got a little bit more money, or knows how to present herself a little bit better.
Right.
But indoors, she's just a straight hoodlum. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's going to be pros and cons with all that, man. And I just think that, you know, you do have to be a little patient with people.
Yeah, for sure.
You have to genuinely try to get to know them and understand them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know that we all are human. But,
Facts.
I mean, like, all the truth is that no relationship is perfect. It's going to be something that you're going to like
There's
and
no
dislike.
such thing as perfect.
Yeah, it's going to be something that you dislike about that individual. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
so when is it worth it to cut it off? When is it worth it to keep it and just see it through?
I would say the good outweighs the bad.
Mm-hmm.
The good outweighs the bad. If you can have these disagreements or these debates, and you are able to rectify them or get an understanding of one another within 24 hours, and you can move on from it, like, you know, you're not sitting up there bringing up old stuff or
Holding grudges.
Like, I think that's worth it. You know what I mean?
So all of that in mind, right?
Right.
Y'all can do all of that, and she cheats. You leave.
Yeah, you got to. You got to. Yeah, you got to. I don't see how.
So no matter how good the relationship, you can't overcome cheating.
As I sit here right now, I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
You know what I mean? As I sit here right now,
You just said the good outweighs the bad.
the good does outweigh the bad. However, the bad is knowing getting what another man has done to your shorty. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's not just.
Homie was like, she told Bo to put it back in.
Listen, it's not just intercourse. It's not just intercourse. Yo, you know what I'm saying? You getting sloppy tops. You getting thumbs in the, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You getting ski you. you get like,
you gonna ask her how was it? Like, would you ever ask, like, was he better?
Hell no. There's nothing to talk about. I don't want to have a conversation with you about it. Like, listen, if that ain't the goofiest, if that's not the goofiest thing to sit there and listen to, like, yo, why did you do it? His pipe bigger. Like, what? Like, he does something to me that you, like, no, it don't. Does it matter?
I'm just playing around.
I'm just saying it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter, because the mind and body of a woman is the most precious gift she can give to the man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, you're telling me that no one else can touch this. This is yours. You hold the lock and key.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you go through. You building a bond where she's telling you that this is yours. Then for you to find out that it's not, that someone else done picked the lock. You let another boy pick the lock?
He didn't even pick the lock. She gave him a key.
She gave him the passcode. She went and got another key made.
Fingerprint scan.
She secretly went and got another key made and gave it to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Nah. Now, the relationship, I would say, would definitely be over. But what I'll I don't think I would like disown her, or say, you know what, you're dead to me. Some people go over top with all that.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? I don't think I would go that far, but yeah, I don't see me being able to, and it has nothing to do with insecurity or none of that stuff. I just think that once that part of it is broken, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. For me,
okay,
I don't see how it is right. You know what I mean? Now, I do know some people. Mm-hmm. It happens, and they go back. I'm not the judge. You know what I mean? And some of those situations, they come out better on top for each other. You know what I mean? They happier after it done happened. And I know some people that just just straight up miserable. So I can see both sides. But like I said, for me sitting here as we speak, I just don't see how I would be able to move forward with that. I mean, how about you? Are you okay with sharing?
No. Sharing what?
You're shorty.
No. No. We're not doing that.
All right. Now, I'll be honest. Like years and years ago, for whatever reason, I thought there was nothing wrong with that.
What, cheating?
Not cheating, but just, I guess, having like a swinger lifestyle. Like, I never partaked in it, but, I mean, I was open to it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it is what it is. It's just, it's just, I mean, sex, whatever. But as I got older and started to understand what that means and what's being taken from them, each other, every time that activity is done, yeah, it's just, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's too much, and it's a lot. It's every time, and I think I said this before, I think every time you lay with someone, you're adding baggage to them and yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Time. But I do see where us as men, we don't, at least back then, we didn't attach ourselves so heavily to it. But I see now that we attach ourselves to women faster and easier than we have ever done. You know what I'm saying? Where we trying to, the whole handcuffing thing started. So you lay with one chick, and now the boy think that's his girl.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like the roles have reversed. You know what I mean? Like, nah, this was just for fun. Shorty like, nah, this just for fun. He like, what are you talking about? Like, nah, I gave myself to you. You know what I mean? That's and she crazy. Like, what in the world? So he done became a stalker, and she just want to go ahead and move around and do what she want to do.
Right.
Where before the man was like, nah, we moving around doing what we want to do, and the chick was started catching feelings like, oh, I let you lay with me. You know what I mean? You haven't caught me in like 24 hours. So you like, oh man. So it's like the roles has reversed a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, for you, like you were saying, you said if everything was good.
If everything was good and she just happened to just randomly cheat one day.
If it's just random. She just woke up. It's a Tuesday.
Would I stay or go?
Outside of that, y'all have fun. Y'all communicate. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. And be honest.
I think I would leave.
You think, but you don't. You're not sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for the most part, I would leave.
Now, would you leave because of the act, or would you leave because of the fact that she broke your trust?
Both. Because I'm big on respecting communication.
Right.
And it would have to depend on how I found out about it too.
What she told you?
I'd rather she tell me than I find out some other kind of way.
So would that give her a little bit more leeway if she just told you?
Mm-hmm. I think so.
So you be like, word. All right, let me think about it. like she asked you what you want for dinner or something. That's what you did.
But yeah, for the most part, I would definitely leave though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, will she be disowned? Like, nah, we done.
No. That's sassy.
Would you want to know why?
But I want to know why?
Yeah. Like, do you want to know not the details of what she did,
just why she did it?
Why she did it?
In general.
Right.
I would probably ask. Just out of curiosity.
Really? Nah.
I would want to know.
Nah, I don't want to know. Because I don't think there's nothing that can be said.
I'm not trying to get anything out of it. I just want to know out of just pure curiosity.
Right. All right. I'll give you a situation. And this where I can see where it's a little bit like you got to be a little bit understanding with it.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You meet a shorty, right?
Gotcha.
You meet her young.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say y'all get married 20, 21 years old.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Before she had one other situation.
Mm-hmm.
One other situation. So you wasn't the first, but she don't have, a crazy number either. You know what I'm saying? So you meet her, y'all get together, get married, and let's say a decade passed. Y'all 31 now, right? And this falls on to you too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You've been kind of faithful, you know what I mean? Haven't been moving around. 31 comes around, 10 years pass, and you're like, damn, I haven't been with another, I have no experiences, you know what I mean, outside of you.
With other women?
Yeah.
Okay.
Outside of you, outside of each other. You know what I mean? Is it more acceptable for that person to have that curious urge, that lust to see what else is out there than it would be if she had, let's say, a few boyfriends? Like, can you see yourself being more acceptable to that scenario than it would be for anything else?
I think regardless, it's still the same. Because it doesn't matter how many men you've been with previously.
Right.
You're not supposed to be cheating in the first place.
All right, so let's put it on you, though. Let's say the same thing. You like, damn, you the only one I've been with. Mm. Right? You got all these little hot boxes.
Okay.
Saying they attracted to you. Mm-hmm. All up in your face.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
And you like, damn, I only been with this shorty. Or are you gonna be like, are you gonna hold it down and not move forward with some outside situations?
You got to.
No, but can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So you think you have enough self-control? For sure. To be like, nah, I'm good.
For sure, yeah.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Why?
Because I think it's in our nature to.
I'm not saying it's not in the nature, but you can still have self-control over yourself.
No, you can.
Yeah.
However, it's going to be those desires, those.
Then why are you in a relationship?
Because the shorty came around early. You know what I mean? Y'all built something.
So, y'all built something. You got to stand on that.
You do. But what I'm saying is you're still human. And this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're still human, right?
Right.
A situation come up. And I'm just trying to get the double standard out the way, because I know that for a woman, you like, nah, you being dirty, right? But for a man, what I'm saying, it's just a man being a man, which I understand. But thinking outside of that box, right? I can understand where a woman would have those desires and want to know what are different situations outside of which she's only known, or you know what I mean.
And then you know what happened in those cases.
What's that?
When things like that happen, you saw that movie Temptation.
Nah.
No. If y'all saw that movie Temptation, then y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So tell me, what happened in the movie?
She got AIDS for having the temptation to see what else is out there.
Right.
That's pretty much what I'm.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's going to be out there.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be out there.
That's going to be out there regardless.
Regardless, yeah. I mean, you
out there.
You're taking a risk.
Yeah, you out there trying to see if the grass is greener or not.
Not even greener, right? It's not even that. No, listen. You have no intentions on leaving this person.
Yeah.
But you're like, damn.
Just to have the curious thought of it.
Right, just to experience something out of what you've been doing for a decade, or experience something that you never experienced before. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You talking about to just think it or actually do it?
Do it. No, we're not doing no thinking here. Like this is a go. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a go. There's nothing to think about.
So would you accept it?
The shorty doing it?
Yeah. So y'all been together for 10 years at this point?
Nah. But I'll give you this. No, I'll give you this. And this is something that I move forward with personally. You have to separate yourself from that situation, right?
Okay. What situation?
Like before you get serious, too serious. Like for me, I knew that, you know what, I'm young. There's some things I haven't experienced yet. These Jones is pretty much throwing it. Let me move the way I need to move so I can be satisfied as a man to do what I need to do, right? Okay. And so I go out on my conquering journey. You know what I mean? And wish for the best that the situation of how I left it before is still available to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
There's no guarantee in it, but it's the risk you take. Because the thing is with that, I feel as though, and I think this is for all men, those urges are going to be there. You know what I mean? And I know some cases, most cases, if you can get those urges out the way, you're a better partner to that individual, that woman. You know what I mean? Because you've done these things. You know how it is. You know how, what you like, what you don't like, how you move, how you don't move. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of women going to be like, well, that's for women too. Sure. Right? Sure.
Okay.
But you don't need that many. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that many. And, women, again, nowadays, they want to provide everybody with the number. Like it's a trophy or bragging rights. They want to give us a score count. You know what I mean? No, we don't need that. We just, listen, ladies, we do not need numbers on the board. Keep it to yourself. I guarantee you it will make whatever relationship that you're getting into a lot easier for y'all to adjust to each other.
So you think a body count matters?
A body count matters if you disclose the number. If you don't know, it's nothing to think about. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The crazy thing is a woman can sit up there She can hold her own, business minded, very smart, very educated, the whole nine. Clean cut, presents herself very well. Stands up tall, don't need a lot of makeup, don't need a lot of this, don't need a lot of that. Right? Mm-hmm. The moment she say, "Oh yeah, I'm 30 years old with 42 bodies."
Okay.
All that gets thrown out the window.
Why does it get thrown out the window?
Because, man, that's just her age don't match the number that she's been with. If you break it down the ratio, you start doing the math. You be like, hold up. Let's say you started doing.
It depends on when she started.
It don't matter when she started.
Why don't it?
Why does it matter when she started? So 30 years old, and she got 42.
What if she started when she was like 11? You started when you was 11.
That's different.
That's not different.
It's
That's
different.
Not different.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you.
That's not different,
bro. It's different. Man.
How is it different?
It's way different. It's way different.
Explain. I'm listening.
Way different.
Explain.
It just
Elaborate.
is. It just is. Like, yeah, no, a little girl should not be starting at 11, man. Listen, it's different. It just is.
Elaborate.
It's just different. Like, all right, 11, they don't even go through the womanhood thing.
Some of them do.
And it's just, I don't know, man. It's different. I can't really explain how much different it is because of, we got some people in the room,
right.
But it's totally different. Listen, y'all tell me, leave a comment. Is it different for an 11-year-old boy having sex than an 11-year-old girl? Two totally different things, man. I get sick just even saying that. Like, yo, I can't imagine a little 11-year-old getting busy, man. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And I don't even have daughters, but I have a lot of nieces. Mm-hmm. I have a lot of cousins, and I just can't see it. I got a lot of sisters. Nah, it's it's a whole big different thing. But, and I know you sitting up there trying to be all, you know what I'm saying? You're a girl dad, so I ain't even got to go there with you. You talking out the side of your neck right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's different. It's different.
All right.
So, I mean, and like I said, it's not about the like, if you got bodies, keep them to yourself, man. Keep it to yourself. The crazy thing is, men, at least none of the ones I know, we don't go around bragging about who we been with. Mm-hmm. Like, that's not something we do. We're not sitting up there saying, yo, bro,
it's not like you trading cards.
Right. Yo, bro, how many you had? You know what I'm saying? Like, no one does that. And I don't know when it became a thing for women to volunteer the number of situations they had. Like, I'm telling y'all right now, men don't want to hear it. We don't care, but we don't want to hear it. So if y'all give us a reason to care about it.
Yeah, I don't think I ever asked that question.
If y'all give us a reason to care about it, right? Mm. Then you're allowing us to start looking at you differently. You know what I'm saying? So when you and it's just a natural thing. You start saying, oh, I had this many. And you be like, all right, how many was that in one day? How many was in 1 week? How many, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear the whole, I know everybody all the ladies go through a little whole phase.
Just because she don't tell you doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You still with her. So what's the difference?
The difference is you don't know. You're not putting that on her. You're not.
So use the same joint. Use business woman, whatever. She's
right.
30. She got the 42 bodies.
Right.
She still got those 42 bodies, whether you know about it or not.
But that's fine. That's fine.
What's the difference?
She's not bragging about it. It's not a scorecard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's not a scorecard. See, the thing is, women are looking at it like it's a scorecard, like it's something that we want to hear. That's something that they definitely should be keeping to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Now, I've asked women in the past.
Why?
Just curiosity. But did it deter me from wanting to be with them? No, because at that time, my mind frame was, this is probably not going to last that long anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like, you pretty much know that this is not going to be a thing. Or you have a feeling that this may not be a thing. Right?
Okay.
And this is not just meeting them and be like, yo, how many, you know what I mean? This is probably dating them or seeing them for 3 months or something. Let's say 3+ months. You know what I mean? And you know, y'all just kicking it, y'all having a good time. But it's probably really nothing serious going on. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, you just young. I think when you start divulging that information, 25 and up, when you know, basically saying, all right, I'm an adult now, I'm trying to have a relationship, I'm trying to be married, whatever the case may be.
Okay.
That type of shit, you got to keep to yourself.
Okay, so what if you and this girl are together for 2-3 years now?
Right.
And that information comes out. You leaving?
How do it comes up? Did I ask?
You're just having a conversation about it.
And we've been dating for how long?
2-3 years.
2-3 years. All right, so what would
Y'all
be...
in a fully committed relationship for 2 to 3 years.
It would depend on the number.
The same number.
30?
Yeah.
How old are we?
Well, I guess at this point y'all would be, what, 33, 34?
33, 34. She got 30 bodies.
42.
She got 42 bodies. Yeah, that's over.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And this is why I say this.
Y'all was already together for like 3 years though.
Right. But this is what I'm saying. So once you start that story, right? Once you start the first page is like, I had 42 bodies. Right? So next you know, you turn in the pages. How did you get those 42 bodies? And what year did you have the most bodies?
Okay.
You just, so, like, again, most of us are not going to say, oh, all right, 42 bodies, you 31 years old. Like, all right. Oh, so what's the next question? You can be like, oh, when you lost your virginity? Oh,
you should say 11.
I don't want to hear her. If she say 11, it's definitely done. Straight up and down. No. If she says 11, it's a wrap. Because that's baggage I can't deal. That's some baggage I can't deal with. Straight up and down, bro. I'm being 100% with you. That's a lot of baggage. That's a lot of baggage, man. Because most, like, for me.
She a seasoned vet.
Yeah, for me, you say 11, then that's like, that, and forgive me, but instantly that's telling me that wasn't
consensual.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like 11 is a whole different ball game, homie. So like that's yeah. So for me, no. 11, she says 11, no. She says so again, if she says I lost my virginity at,
what does she say, 16?
All right, 16.
Okay.
So 15 years. She's 30. So that's what, two a year? No, she got 42 bodies, right? Yeah, no. See, I'm still thinking that we going off at 30. But no, she got 42 bodies. She's 16.
And she's 30. She's 33.
And she's 33.
Yeah.
So that's like three bodies a year, 3.5 bodies a year. Nah.
Let me see. Let me do the math.
Nah. Because if you just was rotating every year, 3 people. I mean, when you say it, it don't seem like a lot, right? But at the same time, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like 2.5 bodies a year.
Yeah. All right. So that means you're going through is either you going through 2.5 relationships a year, or you just letting 2 people bust you down just for the love of it. Like, you can't build a situation with somebody having 2 to 3
She
different
was a
people.
kid though.
You still want to see 11-year-olds?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about from being starting at 16 and then going up through your early 20s and all.
Right.
You're still a young boy, so it's not like you know any better.
You do know better. Come on, man. No,
No,
you got to stop that.
You gotta stop it.
No, you got to stop that. You know better, man.
No, you don't.
We all know better.
No, you don't.
When
you a young boy.
When you're young, I don't care what age you are, man. I don't care what age you are. You know what you're doing. It's a choice. We are given choices.
It's a choice no matter what.
Right. So you're given a choice.
But okay.
You have the choice to either say, nah, I'm not going to let this happen. I'm going to be with, whoever. If it don't work out, I guess what? You take a little break. You try to figure why it didn't work out, and you start again. But if you sitting there and you just letting bodies over top of bodies just build off of the strength that you're hoping that something good comes out of this,
okay,
then yeah, that's just not the way to go about things. Kind of, if you really think about it, it's kind of reckless. You know what I mean? It's kind of reckless.
Young boys do reckless things.
Listen, I've done reckless things. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I was smart enough to protect myself with those, even though, the risk was still there, but I lessened the percentage of, impregnating someone that I didn't want to impregnate or catching something that I didn't want to catch. You know what I'm saying? So at least I had, the understanding that to protect my well-being in that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's just really different for men and women. It's nothing. I know we want to keep fighting it. I know we want to keep fighting it and saying that we should all be equal, but it's just not equal. It's not equal playing game for.
It's just
for
crazy that you're gonna leave shorty after 3 years because you found out her body count.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, this is me speaking right here, right now. After thinking about it a little bit more, I might change my mind.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You can change your mind.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I am the type of person that, if I think about it and I say, you know what, I might change my mind, then I'll change my mind. I'm not the type of person that's dead on, stubborn like that.
All right, let's bust down to 42 and say 37.
You took 5 off? Yo, you ain't helping no argument at all with taking 5 off this joint.
All right, let's say 31. She's 33. She got 31 bodies.
So 1 a year. That's still suspect. The reason I say that's still suspect is because what is wrong with her that she couldn't, that the first 5 wasn't able to stay around? Like, what's going on with her that somebody has to leave every year?
Right.
Why do, like, you know what I mean? Like, why is a dude dipping on you every year? So, like, that's the type of stuff I think about. It's not the fact that she got bust down like that. Right. It's the fact that, why is it so consistent? Why is it so consistent?
So what for you at this moment in time right now will be an acceptable number for somebody?
No. Pure honesty. There is no number. Because I don't want to know.
Okay.
This is what I'm trying to tell you. From the ignorance of not knowing who you were before me helps us out a lot. And I'm just being honest. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest because, like I said, you know that count. Then you just start saying, "Oh, this is why she like that. This is why." You know what I mean? And then you start sitting up there on some like, all right, maybe I'm the next bull that she gonna dip on. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just you just start. I just start analyzing why she say some of the things that she say when she say it. Mm-hmm. Why on some certain situations, you know, she responds to something that's lighthearted so negatively. You know what I mean? Right, so you just start to
I know what you're saying.
You start to try to break down why this person is the way they are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's where, for me, you start like saying, all right, this must be from all the trauma she has, from the baggage, all the baggage and trauma she had from previous situations. Mm-hmm. Because again, all she's doing is bringing that over into the next situation. You know what I mean? So if you dipping on somebody every year, then that's what you're going to be accustomed to doing. You're going to be okay with having a new relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, some tough times come around. Mm-hmm. This is time for me to dip. I don't got time for this.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's the mission I be on. You know what I mean? And a lot of people be like, you know, nah, I'm good, or you start talking that I'm good by myself. I can do bad by myself. I can do this, that, and the other. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, for me, and I hear what you're saying. 2-3 years, you know, everything's good. Like I would do my best to not fall into the idea of her past situation. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But like I said, I don't know. I think it's just a mental thing where you just start looking at the situation differently. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that wouldn't be cool. And with the like, is love overrated?
No, I think it's underrated.
You think love is underrated?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I feel like people are I don't think people are loving correctly. That's why people think it's overrated.
How should people love?
Not how they're doing it today. Because like what you were just saying, people don't believe in going through things together. Like as soon as one thing go wrong or y'all fall on hard times, oh, let me just go ahead and get it out of here.
Right.
Like, I don't think people are actually in love these days.
Yeah, I agree. I think they do throw it around too easily.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think people say it and don't mean it. Mm-hmm.
Just because it sounds good.
Or they feel as though it's something they have to say to let that person know that they rock with you.
I feel like people think that they have to say I love you instead of, it's like a placeholder for you to not show your emotions or something like that.
Right. So you can tell someone that you love them and not really mean it?
Yeah.
I mean,
about me?
No, I'm just saying people in general. Yeah. No, I think love is a powerful word. So if I've said it to you, then that's what I meant. You know what I'm saying? Like it was never a situation where I felt as though I had to say it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So
or like felt pressure to say it.
Right. Like for me, if I ever said it to you, then that's what I meant.
So do you believe that once you love somebody that you'll always love them no matter what?
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely do. You definitely, you definitely still carry that with you.
Yeah. Do you love them regardless of whether or not you are together or not?
I think so. I think so. I think you still love them.
It's just a different type of love, or is it the same love but different circumstances?
I think it's the same love. It's just you no longer. It's just you no longer act on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's this. I think it's the same love, but you just no longer act on that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, like a few episodes back, we was talking about spinning the block, right? So when you spin the block, 9 times out of 10, that affection that you have for that person is still there.
Yeah.
It's just y'all haven't,
It just hasn't been active.
right. You haven't acted on it. You wasn't practicing loving this person. You know what I mean? But you still.
So you would spin the block on somebody that you were actively in love with?
Yeah, sure, and but it depends on how they was moving. let me say that. Let me say that because when I left, you only had 3 bodies.
That's crazy.
If I come back, you know what I'm saying?
But how would you know? You don't want to know.
No, I don't. But what I'm saying is for the people that want to, and provide this little list. You know what I mean? Oh, by the way, I've been doing this since in the past.
Would you ask?
I don't ask. I don't. No, there is no asking.
So you wouldn't ask like what you've been up to since we've been away from each other?
See, listen. And I'm gonna put you down with. I'm gonna put y'all down with it. It's a way of saying that, you've been active without saying you've been active. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You could say, oh, well, I've been seeing someone for this amount of years and it didn't work out. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But for the past 2 years, I've been single. That's all you gotta say. don't add nothing else to that, John. Don't say.
So are you gonna assume?
No, there's no assumption.
You wouldn't assume?
No, because basically.
So once you said that, you're not gonna be in your head like.
No, because for me.
She been putting up.
No, for me, that's telling me, all right, she's looking for a clean slate now. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When you're telling me that you still got these numbers or that you still. Like, that's like a chick telling you, like, oh, I'm still in love with, I missed the guy that I was with so much from your previous relationship. Mm. You miss him? Like, where does that put me at?
Don't tell me that.
That's what I'm trying to, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, I believe we all have situations that we were very comfortable in. And we have the what ifs in our head of a situation that we had in the past. How would it be right now? Boom, 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 whatever. I think all of us do that in some way. Mm-hmm. Now, do we dwell on it? I hope not, especially not if you're in a relationship. But I do think that we sometimes think about an individual like, wow, I wonder what this individual is doing right now. I hope they okay. I hope they happy. Mm. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You know, especially if it's someone that you hold dear to you. You know what I mean? You just want to know that they good. You're not thinking about somebody that broke your heart unless you was just so infatuated with this person that, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that's just some weirdo stuff.
Right.
But for the most part, you're looking at that individual as a clean slate. Like, all right, no, this is what I've been doing. But she's not giving you the full story that, you know what I mean?
She's not reading off a stat sheet.
Right. Like, you basically telling me you've been a porn star. Unpaid.
Putting up raw numbers.
You know what I mean? Like, you just been doing it for fun. Like, you know what I mean? Like, any moment there's going to be a video of you on Pornhub. Like, that's what you're telling me? I don't think men do not want to know that. I don't see why any man would want to know that, especially if they like that girl or that person. I don't see how anybody would say, "Oh, that many? Nah, that's not a problem." That's in the past, yeah. That's in the past, right? Oh yeah, like 2 months ago.
That's crazy.
What? Like 2 months ago? Yeah, it's good. Oh, all right. So nobody else. Like I'm the last. We'll see. You be like, what? I like to hope you are. Nah, it's just. I just think that when you move like that, you talk like that to somebody that you really like, you're just putting more toxic ingredients into something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you're not putting the good stuff, the healthy stuff in it first.
Right.
You know what I mean? You automatically just putting a whole lot of sugar, you know what I mean? A whole lot of cholesterol in the cook, in the batch. Mm-hmm. And, you know, as we all know, that shit not good for you. You know what I mean? Now, and you may feel as though it don't bother you now.
Right.
But eventually, it's gonna block your arteries, mm-hmm. right?
Yeah.
And then they're gonna tell you like, yo, your body gonna tell you, yo, you sick. So not only are you mentally sick from the stuff that you tried to put to the side about a shorty, mm-hmm. right? Because that's all you're doing is making yourself mentally sick because you're trying to ignore the fact that something that this individual has done bothered you.
Right.
Now, if again, for the fellas, if it truly does not bother you, and you okay with walking around hand in hand with a woman that told you that she got crazy numbers, you know what I'm saying? Cool. You know what I mean? Some people can just move forward and forgive or just not care about that. You know, I heard the saying that it's not about what you did in the past, it's about what you're doing now. I get it. I do. I do. But for me, the less I know, the better we are together. When it comes...
She still got the past, though.
When it comes to that.
But you just don't know about it. At least they know. They're aware of it.
There's no benefits for me, there's no benefits in knowing something like that. Straight up and down. There's just no benefits in it. There's no benefits in it. Because like I said, everything, like for me, I'm going to instantly look at you just a little different.
Okay, so let me put it like this then. Would you rather find out from having a conversation with her or find out from some nigga that she got history with?
That's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. That is truly a tough one. And I don't know. I don't think neither one of them would be better than
Which one would you respect more?
Neither.
Okay.
I guess, I mean, if I had to choose one, mm-hmm. I guess her. But it's not, either way, it's just not going to sound, it's not going to sound good to hear.
Like if you just out one night and
enjoying the dinner, somebody, you or her.
Right. Some boy come over, notice her, come give her a hug and everything.
So, but that's not saying what the body count is, though. Well, unless bull come like, yo, this. You know, like somebody like, yo, shorty been around. Like that's, if you talk about something like that.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
So it's not no individual person that she dated and, you know what I mean?
No, she probably did. They did something together before.
No, that's not dating. That's just getting busted down. That's just some random.
Yeah.
Because if that was a date, he's not going to come across like that.
Well, I'm just saying, just somebody that y'all have a mutual friend together, and he was one of the people that busted her down, and then he found out that y'all together now,
right?
And he let you know her history,
and then he tells me what her history is.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say it like this. And I'm going to give you the scenario that would make sense to me.
Okay.
If he makes it, how he presents this information is going to determine how I move forward with it. So if he presents this information like, yo, like we tore this, like she got tore up, Like she been out here. You know what I'm saying? She been out here.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you know how we talk.
Yeah.
And he like I don't care if this your girl or not. I'm telling you what this is, and he gonna use all the verbiage,
Right, the details,
all the details. So how it's presented is going to determine.
Okay.
Then if on the other side, if you say, yo, she a nice girl, so on and so forth, like a few years back, or whatever the amount of time that passed, this happened. You know what I mean? And a few of my friends, went through it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Which, just saying out loud, don't make no sense. So yeah, she done. She's done. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. A few of the homies, like, no, you go through the homies. That's an issue. Yeah, so I'm sorry, sis. There's no way out of this. This don't look good for you, no matter how it goes down. I'm sorry. It is what it is, man. This ain't looking good for you.
If she run through the homies and then you wife her, that's crazy.
It's not looking good for you.
That's insane.
It's not looking good for you. And listen, maybe one situation, you know what I mean? Because again, it didn't go right.
Yeah.
You date someone else hoping that it falls into place. But if you doing laps, yeah, nah. Nah, Bulls just passing the baton. Yeah, they didn't passing around like she a baton doing the 100-yard.
That's the last time you're like, no, I'm gonna keep this one.
Yeah, like no. You're like, no, I'm gonna hold on to this one.
Right.
Like, what? You sure, dude? Like, yeah, no.
I like her.
I love her. Like, all right, man. Well, good luck to you. And again, when that happens, what other those relationships have to be destroyed. You can't talk with the homies. You can't be with the homies no more. You can't invite them to your wedding, birthdays.
I'm just playing.
Yo.
I'm just playing.
What are those? Listen, if you doing that,
that's crazy.
If you live in the East Coast, you moving to Nebraska. You going to Wisconsin. You go into these small towns where nobody know this woman. That's what you're doing.
Okay. Let me ask you this then. Same scenario. Shorty got a plethora of bodies.
Uh-huh.
But she's not from your city. Doesn't matter still.
And she told me?
She just moved to your city.
And she told me she left because her body count was crazy?
No. She left because for work or something like that.
But she still provided me with that information.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
It don't matter?
No, it don't matter. Because like I said, it's a mental thing.
Okay.
It's a mental thing. It's more mental. It's more mental than anything, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, for real, at the end of the day, if your shorty been with one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you run y'all out and y'all run into her ex, it's going to be awkward. It's going to be awkward. Like that's you meeting someone that actually laid with her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? How awkward it's going to be? It's all going to depend on, what the relationship was.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But again, everyone has a past.
Right.
The past is not the issue. It's the issue is how many situations you had in that past. Like, when did you ever give yourself a break? You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, when did you give yourself a break? And again, why wasn't anyone out of the 30, 40 something people you've been with actually said, let me hang around for a while. Let me make this work. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's how I look at it. I don't look at it no other way than that.
Mm-hmm. It's just funny.
You know what I'm saying? And, that is what it is. It is what it is. did you want to bust it up? Let us know about this crowdfunding joint you got going on.
Yeah, so I've recently just started a Indiegogo fund campaign. Pretty much Indiegogo is like something similar to like GoFundMe or Kickstarter, where filmmakers or anybody in that realm can submit a campaign and get their short film or whatever project they're working on funded from supporters. And this campaign that I just started will be for one of the short films I have lined up for the year. It's called Value. And this story takes place all in one night at this restaurant in Philly. It involves a character by the name of Andre and Dominique, who are on their first date together. And in the middle of their date, Dominique's ex happens to come into the restaurant. And that's how it goes.
All right. So yeah. So the crowd.
You've been in a situation like that?
What's that?
Where you are on a date and one of her, either an ex or somebody that you used to do what came up?
One time. It was years ago. Years ago. It was a little shorty I was seeing. And to be honest, for real, I don't even know if maybe she was dating him, but that little shorty, we was out having a good time, and she ran into somebody that she used to know. Again, I ain't bothered to ask what this person was to him. Mm. That don't matter to me. Yeah. But what she did was she removed herself from me and decided to have a 5-10 minute conversation with this boy while we out, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting back and I'm like, all right, what's going on here? You know what I mean? For real, it's supposed to be a nice high and by. Hey, what's going on? You keep it moving, right? Yeah. But she decided to indulge with whatever conversation she wanted to indulge in with this individual. And I'm sitting up here as time passes, I'm getting tight, right? So I'm starting to get tight. And I'm like, all right, do I make a scene or do I just fall back and do whatever, right?
You can't make a scene.
Can't make a scene because, of course,
you're gonna be the cornball if you do that.
Exactly. So I'm knowing this. Yeah. I'm knowing this. I'm smart. I know how to, control my temper, control myself. So I fall back, and I let the little shorty have the conversation. So after it was done, I let her know, like, yo, that was some corny stuff you did. But when, again, we young. Yeah. We very young. Mm-hmm. But I knew, being young, wrong is wrong, right is right.
Right.
So she look at it like, yo, it was nothing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, you don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, you with me, we supposed to be together. It was okay if you just was to say hi and kept it moving, but
you still have to have a whole conversation.
You removed yourself from what we had going on to have a whole conversation with a stranger. So that happened, and it wasn't a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? So, and of course, as you know, it didn't last much longer after that.
She went back to bull.
I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. But I don't know. Who knows? Right. I don't care. Like, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, those type of situations, you just don't care. You emotionally remove yourself. Because I think for men that I know, we just don't get attached like that. You know what I mean? Right. You're gonna attach yourself to something that you know that has a genuine, positive outcome out of it. Mm. You know what I'm saying? That's when we attach ourselves to something. If we know that this is just a fun thing, no matter how much you like her, no matter how much fun you have, no matter how much time you spend with her, it's just what it is. You know what I mean? I think in our deep inside, we know that this is going to generate into something, and that is not. You know what I mean? And it don't matter what age you are. It's just But it's just some things where people force situations into something, knowing damn well this is not what it's supposed to be, but you force yourself into it. Right. And I think that's where it becomes, toxic, because that's not where you really want to be. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You force yourself to stay somewhere where you don't really, really want to be there. You're going to treat them dirty, and you're going to get treated dirty. That's just how it is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But if you have an understanding that, I really like this person, but I'm at a space now where I can't be fully attached to this person, right? Then you're taking a risk. You know what I mean? You're being selfish, which you need to be sometimes. You're doing a selfish thing, and you hoping that maybe something will come back. You could spin a block and that person is still there. But if not, I think as men, we know that we can create a relationship with anybody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think that's why, a lot of men can have multiple relationships and, leave a situation and be able to create a whole new situation again. Because most of us are able to remove ourselves from what happened back then. You know what I mean? And again, you have some that can't. You know what I mean? They still heartbroken by something an individual has done to them. Right. But for the most part, we can say, all right, that didn't work out. But this right here I'm with right now is nice. I like being here. This is where I want to be. You know what I mean? Where again, the opposite sex is like, I put in this amount of time and nothing came out of it, and he was a good man, but I wasn't ready to do it. And it's just a lot that comes into it with those situations and how they move. But that's why I say, when y'all move to the next relationship, you gotta put those memories of that past thing into a box and put it away. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, you can't be sitting up there telling everybody about your numbers, about how much you cared about the individual. Men don't want to hear that. It's just something we don't want to hear. That doesn't help us move forward with building something with you. You know what I mean? And that's just straight up and down. And it don't matter how beautiful you are. It don't matter how much money you have. It doesn't. We're going to move the way we're going to move. If we see that you're for us, then we're going to rock with you. If we see that you're not, we're going to do what we do. I'll just say that. You know what I mean? But
well, yeah, that's pretty much the whole concept of my short film that I'm campaigning for right now.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man.
Yeah. So yeah. If anybody watching this is interested in supporting and donating to the crowdfund, I'll leave a link to it in the description. And I appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Speaking of films, I also want to officially announce that my movie, Juniper Street, has just surpassed 20K views. In honor of us hitting that milestone, I'm putting out this limited edition collection soon. Well, it's out now for pre-order, so I'll also put a link to that in the description. So, yeah, I'm doing big things this year.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. But, man, what another good conversation.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all let us know, man. Am I talking out the side of my neck? Or y'all rocking with me? You know what I mean? So let us know. This episode 15. Much love, much appreciation.
One more thing. Clean up.
All right. And we'll get back with y'all guys next episode. Peace.